Welcome to section 5 of the Growth and Development series. In this section, we will be talking about moral development and self-concept. Now, moral development is really about how people decide what is right and wrong. This is important in nursing because patients, families, and even healthcare workers may approach ethical situations very differently. And that doesn't always mean someone is being difficult. Okay, so HESI tip right off the bat again. Ethics questions often connect to developmental level, not just rules. So let's go ahead and take a look at Lawrence Kohlberg. Now, Lawrence Kohlberg expanded on Piaget's ideas and focused specifically on moral reasoning. Kohlberg believed morality is learned over time and develops in stages, not something we're born with. He grouped moral development into 3 levels, each with 2 stages. So the first level is pre-conventional morality, which is most common in young children. At this level, behavior is driven by avoiding punishment or getting rewards. Right and wrong are based on consequences, not intentions. So if behavior is motivated by, I don't want to get in trouble, that's pre-conventional morality. The second level is conventional morality, which usually develops during school age and adolescence. Here, people follow rules because they want approval or because they believe laws should be obeyed. They're concerned with being a, quote, good person and maintaining social order. So if you notice something about rule following and authority, think conventional morality. Now, the final level is post-conventional morality, which not everyone reaches. At this level, moral decisions are based on personal values, ethics, and principles, even if they conflict with laws or social expectations. People think about justice, human rights, and fairness. So if a person challenges a law because it's unethical, that's post-conventional morality. Now, understanding moral development helps nurses communicate effectively during ethical dilemmas. And as nurses, I will tell you, you will face some. Now, not everyone reasons at the same moral level. So education and discussion should match where the person is developmentally. Next, let's go ahead and talk about self-concept, which is how people see themselves. Self-concept influences confidence, decision-making, coping, and mental health. All things we deal with in nursing, and I'm sure you deal with them in your daily lives. So Charles Horton Cooley introduced the idea of the looking glass self. This theory says we develop our self-concept based on how we think others see us. We imagine how we appear to others, imagine their judgment, and then form beliefs about ourselves based on that. So our HESI connection here is social feedback shapes self-esteem, according to Cooley. Now, George Herbert Mead expanded on Cooley's ideas and described 3 stages of self-development. First is the preparatory stage. This is where children imitate others. Then the play stage, where children take on roles, like pretending to be a nurse or a firefighter. Finally, the game stage, where they understand multiple roles and perspectives at the same time. Now, Mead also described the difference between the I and the me. The me is the social self, how we think others expect us to behave. The I is a spontaneous, individual part of ourselves. Healthy development, however, involves a balance between the two. As nurses, our words and actions influence how patients see themselves. Encouragement, respect, and support can strengthen self concept, while judgment or dismissiveness can damage it. Therapeutic communication plays a huge role here. So, your high yield takeaways for section 5. When you think of Kohlberg, think of moral reasoning, right? This is like the golden rule. Okay? Treat others the way you wish to be treated. Pre-conventional, think avoid punishment. Conventional stage is where we follow rules. Post-conventional stage is personal ethics. Now, our self-concept is shaped by social interaction, and as nurses, we have a part in influencing patient self-esteem. All right, that wraps up section 5 of our growth and development series. In section 6, we are going to be looking at older adult development and aging theories.